In 2018, there were practically no electric vehicle crashes at all, and that is the reason I needed to pick 2018. Presently, where did I get these numbers from? Indeed, that would have been me and one more person from Bloomberg called David Welch. Essentially, he was getting some information about the security related with EVs, and I said, indeed, let's get down to business. How about we look into flames on the grounds that at that point, there were fires with the Bolt, and there were fires with the Bolt, and there were fires with Tesla. At the end of the day, these are truly risky. I will give you a tip here: fuel is somewhat hazardous too. It bursts into flames much more straightforward than you can burst into flames a battery, significantly simpler. To give that a shot, proceed to attempt to illuminate a dry cell battery or something to that effect. Go and simply try it out, perceive how well you make out, and afterward pour a few gas on a road and toss a match into it and perceive how you did there. We should get a mind here, people. At any rate, we went through and we took the 4 high flyers, and I will address those. Anyway, one of the inquiries was, how can it be that they're putting or wicking the intensity away from the lower part of the battery as opposed to taking it from the top? Doesn't warm a cent? Heat rises normally on the planet in the climate. Assuming there's someone who might be listening from NVIAC Cast that could hit us up, that would be extraordinary on the grounds that it's similar to what I need to use on projects that we're growing, new item advancement projects that we're creating here at Munro. Thus, I might want to get more data on that, however the organization's name was NVIAC Cast, and there are many organizations dealing with that presently. The vast majority of them will utilize a chilling cycle in the battery pack and so forth, and you drop it into fluid nitrogen. In this episode, we have the particular honor of having the regarded business master Sandy Munro, whose profound experiences and unrivaled skill have for some time been respected in car circles. From Tesla's strong moves that have passed on the business in amazement to the notable headways in battery innovation that are reshaping the fate of transportation, Sandy Munro's experiences are set to challenge the standard way of thinking and light your creative mind. However, this isn't simply one more ordinary conversation. No, this is a profound plunge into the core of auto development where every disclosure can possibly rethink how we might interpret what's conceivable. Thus, pull up a chair, snatch a bite, and prepare to set out on an excursion into the exceptional universe of Tesla with Sandy Munro as our aide. Above all, make a point to hit those like and buy-in buttons. Welcome to Tesla Stock News. Moving along, we should dig into the unthinkable and reveal reality behind what Tesla did. We should begin at the point when gotten some information about customary vehicle producers, sans not keeping down. He's gruffly saying they're scrambling. Recollect those specialists who without hesitation said gas motors could rule for eternity. Better believe it, they failed to understand the situation. Sand's been upholding for a greater EV piece of the pie for a really long time, and presently seeing GM and LG hammer out an agreement. It's reasonable the tide is changing. Be that as it may, hello, we should rewind a piece. Sand's been in the game to the point of recalling when GM discussed a quick circle back. His reaction? Attempting to make an elephant tap dance. It's extreme, however not feasible. Anyway, what's the arrangement? All things considered, they need to begin taking actions, vital acquisitions perhaps, very much like the huge players. Moved in the day with brands like Kelvinator and Nash, grab up the tech, expand and blast, you're good to go. He's Maxim Passage and GM need to get it going right now. It's the ideal opportunity for some serious smoothing out. Perhaps a few people ought to think about hanging up their caps, and in particular they must begin satisfying the investors. Sans doing the math and contrasting the opposition with Tesla and learn to expect the unexpected. Clients are talking plainly, they need to take part in the electric vehicle activity. In any case, how about we return again to Sandy Munro's piercing perception? Apparently the business Goliaths might be paying attention to some unacceptable voices examiners lacking designing aptitude. Not the most shrewd move as indicated by Sandy, he highlights the significance of settling on essential choices that may not necessarily appear to be coherent temporarily at the end of the day take care of over the long haul. Also, what preferable illustration of this over Tesla? Sandy authentically concedes that he didn't predict the degree of Tesla's prosperity, yet here we are seeing Tesla's significant effect on the auto business. From its progressive electric vehicles to its state-of-the-art innovation and maintainable energy arrangements, Tesla is unquestionably stirring up the game. While different automakers might have been reluctant to embrace the electric vehicle unrest, Tesla continued onward valiantly, rocking the boat and reclassifying what's conceivable in the car scene. Furthermore, subsequently, Tesla has arisen as a pioneer driving the charge towards an additional economical and jolting future. One thing turns out to be crystal clear with regards to development and disturbance in the auto business. Tesla is truly amazing. Also, as the business keeps on advancing, one can't resist the urge to consider what historic improvements will Tesla disclose straight away. History is brimming with models. Recall the Horse Express? flicker, and you'd miss it. Same goes for electric vehicles. Once upon a time, brief, they were rulers of the street. The following. Poof, gone. Thus, Sand's message is clear in this speedy world. You must move rapidly or risk getting abandoned. He's likewise featuring how rapidly things can change in the auto world. Strong domains and vehicle organizations disappear for the time being in the event that they're not ready. Everything really revolves around having a strong contingency plan. Presently, we should zero in on what's on Sand's radar during the current 10 years. Sandy Munro's experiences into the eventual fate of transportation are out-and-out progressive. He's not simply anticipating patterns, he's forming them. One of the key major advantages he's recognized is the rise of three-wheelers and VTOL's vertical departure and landing vehicles. As per Sandy, these developments will assume an urgent part in changing the car scene in the approaching 10 years. Be that as it may, what truly captures everyone's attention in Sand's gauge? It's, as a matter of fact, the electric vehicle upset. With Tesla driving the charge, Sandy's excursion across the globe in 2019, meeting with specialists from Japan to England, has prompted a seismic change in his forecasts. Initially, he predicted a hybrid to EV predominance by 2035. Be that as it may, in the wake of seeing firsthand the fast progressions in developing help for electric vehicles, especially in locales like California, Sandy is currently focusing on a significantly sooner timetable. With California's aggressive command for all vehicles to be EVs by 2030 or 2035, the energy behind electric vehicles has never been more grounded. Also at the bleeding edge of this upheaval is Tesla, the undisputed forerunner in EV innovation. Sand's modified gauge of a hybrid to EV predominance by 2028 highlights the significant effect that Tesla's developments are having on the car business. Tesla's tireless quest for advancement, combined with its immovable obligation to maintainability, is reshaping the eventual fate of transportation as far as we might be concerned. Furthermore, with Sandy Munro's underwriting, obviously Tesla isn't simply driving the charge, it's setting the norm until the end of the business to follow. Presently, we should direct our concentration toward one of the most buzzworthy subjects in the realm of electric vehicles, strong-state lithium particle batteries. Sandy Munro's bits of knowledge into these progressive batteries are creating all in all a ruckus in the business. At the point when gotten some information about their market influence, Sandy gets straight to the point. He predicts that it will require around 3 years for strong-state batteries to raise a ruckus around town in volume. Be that as it may, what precisely has Sandy humming with fervor? Everything revolves around the potential for expanded range and decreased weight. Strong-state batteries offer the commitment of longer mileage and a lighter burden, which could upset the electric vehicle scene. And keeping in mind that there's no deficiency of promotion encompassing strong-state innovation, Sandy rushes to underline that this is a long way from simply a passing pattern. As a matter of fact, Sandy accepts that strong-state batteries are the genuine article ready to change the EV game in a significant manner. Furthermore, at the front of this change, you got it, Tesla. With its persevering quest for development and obligation to pushing the limits of what's conceivable, Tesla is strategically set up to gain by the capability of strong-state batteries. From longer-range electric vehicles to quicker charging times, the ramifications of strong-state innovation are faltering. What's more, with Sandy Munro's blessing, obviously strong-state batteries are not only the fate of electric vehicles, they're the present. Vehicles, Sandy helps us to remember the risks of becoming involved with void commitments. He reviews a specific occurrence where somebody pitched a conspicuous tale about charging innovation just for it to disintegrate under a magnifying glass. A useful example highlights the significance of wisdom in exploring the